So joining us today is a very special guest from Tudor times. Please welcome Thomas Linacre. Good morning.
Hello everyone. It's wonderful to be back.
I've seen the copper plaque behind you with your name on it near the organ. Why is it here at Old Brampton?
Our family home is Linacre Hall. Over there, on the other side of the valley, where the Linacre Top car park is now. I was born there in 1460, so I would have come to this church with my family before I was sent to school in Cambridge, which is where other people say that I was born.
Cambridge is a great centre for learning. Did you meet anyone there?
William Selling, who was my tutor and probably the first humanist. Maybe it was his influence that inspired me to help my fellow humans throughout my life. After Cambridge, I went to Oxford University, becoming a fellow at All Souls College.
Being elected a fellow must have been a great privilege. How old were you by then?
Just 24. But when I was 30, I went to the Italian Papal Court with my old tutor, William Selling, who was by then the King's envoy. I stayed in Italy for 10 years, studying medicine and perfecting my Greek.
Greek? Why Greek?
Many ancient medical texts, such as those by Galen, were important, but they were in Greek. So I translated them into Latin to make them more accessible. Some very bright minds became my students and followers, and I gained my medical degree at Padua in Italy.
What did you do after you became a doctor of medicine?
Well, I came back to England, and I was really honoured that King Henry VII asked me to be his physician and tutor his son, Prince Arthur.
Wow, you became the King's doctor?
Yes. And many other people in London were also my patients, including Cardinal Wolsey, Archbishop Wareham and Bishop Fox. After the king died, the new king, Henry VIII, asked me to be the royal physician for the whole royal family.
Gosh, weren't you worried that Henry VIII might chop off your head?
Actually, not at all. Henry was my friend, and he also asked me to tutor Princess Mary. Henry was extremely interested in medicine, so much so that he really thought that he was a doctor. And he tried to diagnose what was wrong with people. But sometimes he got it quite wrong, which was rather embarrassing. He encouraged me to establish the Royal College of Physicians, and I became its first president.
I'm glad that you got on well with Henry VIII and that he gave you great encouragement. Where was the college?
It was in London, where I had a house in Nider Street near St Paul's. The house was made out of stone, not timber, like most houses then. I gave the college my 2 front rooms, one for a meeting room and the other for the college's library.
That was very good of you. What happened to the college?
It grew and would soon need more space. So I gave my entire house to the college when I died.
Wow, that was incredibly generous. How long were you a doctor for?
Actually, only 11 years. But I was lucky to be well off. So I gave away my wealth to fund medical readerships at Oxford and Cambridge universities when I became an active priest.
Wow, that was also extremely generous. Where were you a priest?
I started at Merstham in Kent, then held various positions around the country, including presenter at York Minster. I was a priest for about 15 years. Then, 500 years ago, while I was rector at Wigan, I died on the 20th of October, 1524.
Gosh, you moved around a lot. Although travelling must have been difficult back then,
It was.
it sounds as if you led a full life, sharing knowledge and caring for others, very much like St Luke. Your greatest legacy must be the Royal College of Physicians, which still does important work today. You are remembered as various medical institutions and Oxford and Cambridge universities with sculptures, plaques, lectures and positions. In this church behind you, we have a plaque which was installed as another memorial to you. Thank you, Thomas Linacre, for visiting us today.